Hello, everybody. Well, I just want to say something. This is going to be a quick note. This is a way deeper subject. So what I'm going to say doesn't do justice to the intricacies of a lot of things. But I will say this. This is my heart. You know, this is not a debate. This is just my heart, okay? Religion can't run our country. Okay? Just as much as people who, you know, just as bad as politicians run the country. Personally, religion is a funny thing, man. I believe that originally when God created us, and I don't believe it, this is the truth. When God created us, there was no religion. It was a relationship. And I've said this before, but it's all about relationship. God created us to fall in love with Him. He already loved us. But He wanted us to be just in awe of Him and just have this amazing relationship. You know, think about Adam and Eve. When God walked in the cool of the day in the garden, you got to be kidding me. That's when it was raw and real and beautiful. That's when there was no law. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in our hearts to love. You know, like my wife, I love my wife, not because there's a set of rules that I follow, but it's the rule of love that's in my heart. You know, it's not forced. I'm not coerced, or I'm not caught up in emotion about it. I just truly love my wife and my children and my friends and you guys too. Honestly, there's no law that's written on stone that can direct me to love. Actually, law that's written on stone puts me under a curse because I'm incapable of being perfect. But if we rule by law that's written on tablets, we do have to have law because of lawlessness. I get that. You know, that's why we set rules up in a house. Like, you know, because if we didn't, our kids would just eventually be, it's human nature to become unruly, you know, whatever level it is. But what I'm saying is if we're gonna talk about religion, most religion is just man-made. You know, religion began in the garden when first of all, when Satan lied to Adam and Eve and says, did God really say this fruit's not good? It is good because it'll give you all knowledge. You know, he twisted what God meant for it originally. And even Adam twisted what God said to him about not taking the fruit to Eve. So religion was created a long time ago, you know, when we twist things and we make a tradition, our traditions that are just man-made traditions, you know. And then if you try to rule a country by religion, you know, your set of traditions and rules, you know, it just doesn't work out. But if man has in his heart to be beautiful and kind and loving the way God intended originally, that's what rules us. You know, I know that's an impossibility. I get that, but I'm just saying, just for conversation piece, you know, what rules my heart is the love of God, not what's written on a tablet. So my conscience, as I walk, I know in my heart that I must be kind. I must even love my enemy. I must help somebody in need. I'm compelled. My heart has not been seared with a hot iron. Many people have. Many people don't care anymore. You know, that's why I was saying about the world getting darker and darker. Love is growing cold in people, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And we're becoming distant and disconnect. And we're actually so connected today that we're disconnected. Everybody's got cell phones. I do too, but the point is we become a text-ridden society where we don't even communicate. We communicate more than we ever have before, okay? But we're disconnected more than we ever have been, and it's just a travesty. I'm not just talking about that, but I'm just using a couple points here. But man's heart is cold, and that's why I would say I'm overwhelmed and it's sad. But I will go out and love with everything I have in me until I have no breath left. You know, we talk about Trump being hatred and this, you know, look at, you know, what's so funny is we talk about how bad Trump is. Look at how bad all those politicians are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm for Trump. I'm just making a point. I'm not for any of those guys, actually, man. I'm just so tired of it. But look at all of them. Do you think I've said this before. Do you honestly think they truly care? They all leave Washington, and I know this for a fact. They all leave Washington very wealthy, very powerful. They have so many connections. They have they have the best. They have the best of the best, man. You guys, they fooled all of us, don't you know? It's the biggest cartel in the world. And I'm not getting into conspiracy things. I know, and I'm not saying every single person is rotten in there, but I'm telling you, that place makes you rotten. It's just money corrupts, man. The power of money, the love of money, it corrupts. Not money itself, but the love and the power. It does corrupt. I don't care what anybody says. You know, if we really knew everything that went on, we would be so disgusted. And then they pit us against each other, and they're laughing. They are. Trust me, they are laughing, man. You know, I see people talking about how Trump hates, and then they go out and they tear cities up and burn buildings down and throw rocks at people. It's like, what a joke that all is, man. It's just a joke. That's why. So what I'm going to do, this is my religion. I love the orphan. My son and I are going to Haiti. We're going to go serve the orphans. We're going to go love on the orphans. When I see a homeless person, I'm going to love on them. I'm going to give them a blanket. I'm going to try to plug them into a program. I'm going to be real, man. My love is going to be action. You know, when a teenager is hurting, I'm going to be there for them, to talk to them, to counsel them, to love on them. Whatever it takes, man. Everywhere my feet go, I'm going to have a stamp of love from God. That's it. So that's my short take on a deep subject. I love you guys so much, man. So Papa Gnome out, and he's going to go love.